Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, Porsche 997 Club. Made the little video a couple of days ago. It's went really well, so thought we would do another one. I said I was going to talk about the inside of the car in the next video, but I think I've come up with a better subject to a little chat about this time, okay? And it's this. So anybody that sees that bit of paper will know my 997 has suffered from engine failure and bore score. At a point in its life, I think it was running about 68,315 miles. The car suffered bore score. So as we all know, there'll be some people spitting at their Cheerios just now, talking about engine failures and bore score on Porsches. So, but I think it's quite important to talk about it. So one of the reasons I bought this car, I knew the bodywork, it was good, but you know, as I said in the first video, it wasn't up to the standards that I wanted, but it was cosmetic stuff. It was stuff I could change and stuff I could fix, and being a car modifier for the last 30 years, it wasn't stuff I was too worried about. So biggest thing for me was the lump in the back. This bill, I'm not going to show this bit of paper because I've been told that people will try get these, try photocopy them and use them on other cars. So this will stay quite private, but what I can tell you is the bill for this engine rebuild was 12 grand. So quite a substantial rebuild. The engine was took out, cylinder heads, it was skimmed, decoked, new valves, the seats were redone, and then there was new cylinders, new Nickersol cylinders put into the whole engine. The engine was rebuilt, it was a new fuel pump and a few other bits and pieces. So I've got a bill here for the car for 12 grand. 12 grand, and that was my primary reason for buying the 911, because anybody knows that a car that's been to Hartech and they've had their magic worked on the fingers, the engine is virtually bulletproof. You know, same as anything, as long as you look after it, which I do. My car has only done 500 miles. We locked in last year. It's done 500 miles. It was MOT'd March, I think it was up at Tyrone's in February, March last time. But a wee bit of work done to it. It went over to a local garage over next to Tyrone with the usual service, oil, filter, usual bits and pieces done, and it's only done 500 miles since then. But I will be dropping the oil out come MOT time. I'm also going to do the coil packs this time round. Spark plugs, coil packs, oil, filters, get a car a good service again regardless of the miles it's done. I think if you own one of these cars, you've got to be prepared to look after them. I know with a daily driver, some people tend to turn a blind eye to things. Can't do that with 911s. With 911s, you've got to be prepared to spend the money when it's needed, because if you start to turn your eye on little things going wrong in the cars, before you know it, one little thing turns into two, turns into three, and before you know it, you could be facing a bill 5, 6, 7 grand. We know they're not cheap cars to run, you know, but if you look after them, I've spent a lot of money on my car, a lot of money, but a lot of it's been stuff that I've wanted to do to the car. Suspension upgrades, brake discs weren't at the end of their life, but again, I wanted new ones on them, so I put new ones on them. I was, you know, so new suspension, new brakes, you know, they've done the cooling lines underneath, as I said. That was a necessity, that had to be done. There's a lot of things I've done, wheels, cosmetic, paint, you know, stuff people would probably, most people would be able to live with. And over my last 3 years, this car's cost me virtually nothing. In maintenance, it's cost me virtually nothing to run. So it's been a really good car. I've put 10,000 miles on this car, you know, and if I take away the stuff I wanted to do, you know, the car has cost me virtually nothing to run. So what I would say is, if you're buying a 997, don't be scared of them. Get your usual checks done. Buy the car with your eyes. I see a lot of people saying, oh, the car's done 100,000 miles, the car's done this, the car's done that. That means nothing. Buy the car with your eyes, because you can tell. If you have a little bit of car knowledge, you can tell if a car's been looked after. You know, just the tyres, what the interior looks like, how dirty's the door shuts, just things. That's the things I look for when I go to buy a car. One of the things I look for is I open up the doors. Is the underside of the doors clean? Are the door shuts clean? If they things are clean, then they're things that people don't usually clean, that don't have a love of cars. If you're buying a car off an enthusiast, you'll not find any dirt on these kind of things. So that's the sort of things I look for. Getting back to the engine, one problem I have had, not directly with the internals of the engine, I had an alternator failure. So again, it wasn't that expensive. I think it was 300 quid or something for the alternator. Kev Waterhouse, as I keep mentioning, Kev looks after the car. He travelled, come down to my house for me and fitted the alternator. To be honest with you, once I seen the alternator being fitted, I could probably have done it myself. And as usual, when we done the alternator, we changed the belts over as well. So, you know, the car has been pretty good, and it's been pretty reliable for me. It sits on a Hartech charger, spends a lot of time in the garage, so it sits on a Hartech charger, and I never have any issues with the car on starting. It's always ready to start when I want to start it up. So will we go have a quick look at the engine bay in this car, and I'll show you the little sticker that everybody craves. So my car has been rebuilt by Hartech. So I'm fairly confident I can probably put 200,000 miles on this car. This car for me at this moment in time is a keeper. I've put so much time and effort into it. And every time I go into the market to look for things and think, do I want to change, do I want to buy something else? I just start to look. I've always been into Fords. I was into Fords when I was younger, but when I just look at the interiors in the cars, like template RS Focuses, and I think, no, it's not a patch on what I'm driving, you know. And as I say, I get so many nice comments about this car now, I think it'd be crazy to let it go. But having said that, you know, everything's got a price tag at the end of the day, and I'm sure it may go eventually if I get the right offer on the car. But my plan is to keep this car for probably the next 5 or 6 years anyway. Should maybe take it up to maybe 120, 130,000. But no, it's been a fairly good car. So I tell you what, let's just pull this off of here. I've got the camera around it the right way today. I had it run the wrong way. I got into trouble off some of the guys the other day. So let's go have a look at the business end of my 911. So as you can see, I keep this car absolutely immaculate. You can see the new alternator there. So it's fairly clean in here. It's a fairly clean engine bay. It's pretty nice in there. Old 3.8 engine, which is the one to have. Coolant was changed when I done the pipes on new coolant in the car. And there is the sticker. So it was done in 2014. 2014, the engine was rebuilt 6 years ago on 70,000. So in 6 years, the car has done 40,000 miles on the engine rebuild 6 years ago. So you can see my mirror wee stuff in the background. And there's my lovely little Porsche. There's a couple of nice things I got, look. So I got that from my daughter at Christmas. It's a genuine German number plate. Genuine German number plate, and the lovely wife. You'll probably see this on Porsche Club UK. The guy that makes these is on the site. These are absolutely fantastic. Anybody that's looking for something like that for their garage, go and look at them. They are absolutely quality. The build quality is absolutely fantastic on them. So there you go, guys. The 997 Gen 1 with an engine rebuild. Okay, so I'm pretty happy that my car is now going to go. There's my football team, and we'll talk about them just now. my car is going to be pretty good for the next 100,000 miles anyway. Alright, there we go. Take care guys, and we'll get onto the interior of the car next. Take care. Cheers.